Hey guys, Jason the X for SDCC Live, powered by CinemaLinks.com, and this is a review of the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive IDW Revolution set. Now, this was the biggest set that they had to offer at the Hasbro booth this year. I was lucky enough to pick one up. I was really excited to get this set. I love G.I. Joes. I wanted a new Jetfire. MIcronauts, you know, they're there, and we'll talk about them. But this was a massive set to get. I loved it. It's really good. There are some things out of it I don't like, of course. Nothing's perfect, but man, this is a great set to get. And if you didn't get it, if you're a nostalgic guy like me, maybe we can do something about that actually. So anyway, we're going to be doing this in kind of parts, a lot of fade-ins, so y'all bear with me as we go through this. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is take a look at this box. It's a huge box. I mean, this thing is probably about 2.5 feet tall, but as you can see, you've got Jetfire, a couple of Micronauts, you got the Action Man, you got Leonic from Visionaries right there, you got Rom The Space Knight, you got Roadblock, you got Matt Tracker. I mean, the only thing you don't have on there is a Dire Knight, but oh wait, I think we do. Wait a minute, because this thing wraps around, and you can see, yeah, this thing is huge, like I said. See a little arm there, more of Jetfire's hand, and you've got Baron Warzone right there, a couple more Micronauts, you got a Dire Wraith right over here, and this little thing right here. Love this. So, Earth versus Cybertron versus Microsia in a Beyond All Della Imas Ala Elim. I don't know why I read all that. Anyway, on the side you've got Revolution all the way down. On top, you got this smirk roadblock right there. Knowing is half the battle, and you know the other half is violence. So, what is great about this thing is the packaging is pretty good. I'm having to reset my display here because you open it up, nice Velcro. On the inside, you can just see you had everybody in, and that's upside down. I put it back in upside down. Little Velcro and. Everybody's on the side. You got Rom down here, and you know the Dire Wraith. Jetfire was in the middle and just kind of was big all the way up to here. And on the inside cover, though, I'm trying to get that glare off the screen. You do have all of the characters that are appearing in there. You got Jetfire, the Action Man and Elite Special Agent, Rom the Space Knight, Leoric, Roadblock, a Dire Wraith, Matt Tracker, and you get the Micronauts, Aquarier, Biotron, Oberon, Zant, Penelope, I want to say it's Penelope, Penelope, Quintilus, Gamatron, Baron Karza, and Betatron. I said before, I don't know a lot about Micronauts. I don't. And you got this on the side. Explosions rip across the earth, and all sides blame Optimus Prime and the Cybertronians. G.I. Joe refuses to go quietly, and they assemble heroes big enough to stop the invaders. You know, so, you know. Action Man, M.A.S.K, and Rom and the Space Knight. And it was a good, if you didn't catch the IDW series, I believe it's all out on trade, and you can get caught up with that. Now, like I said, here are the Micronauts. You get about 9 figures with these. And I don't like to call them figures. They're static. You can see they're on little bases. Now, from what I remember about Micronauts, they were actually very posable, even though they were very small. I never got into them pretty much, so I can't really speak on them. I can just kind of show you how they're kind of cool. They'll make nice little desk toys, I guess. So here you have Aquarier. And not a lot of paint apps, like you can barely make out the face, but I don't think the original Micronauts were that paint detailed as well. You can see his green sword, so some of the colors primarily picked out. I mean, for this, oh, it has a little peg in the back. I wonder if you can pin it to something to get the flight action. I mean, there's not much to it. Like I said, it's a very static figure. None of these are posable. Don't try to pose them. You got the big guy, so to speak, Biotron here. Come on, focus. Focus. And like I said, very basic. Almost kind of Optimus Prime-y. Let's see, I guess this is Oberon, which It looks like they actually put a little bit of paint where the beard is. There's guys wheel down here, you know. But yeah, you can barely make out a face on that one. So, and we have Quintilis. Kind of that's supposed to be hair. It looks like a metal helmet on him, I guess. It's kind of hair-like. Got the vision chest here. So, yeah, oh, just drop them. These guys can fall over the place. You've got Penelope. Come on, focus on her. Got a nice little blaster, another kind of pack on her back. Kind of reminds me of Pidge's suit a little bit. Oh, you got the hair going down the back. I didn't notice she had really long hair, which might not want this to go into these turbines over here because then you know, she dies. So, next up is Xant. X-A-N-T. He's got his little blaster in his arm there and his forearms. Big feet. They picked out I thought they picked out the nails in silver, but it's just the base. I mean, they're very nice. If I maybe knew more about the characters, I'd be a little bit more excited. But I do know that they're not as posable. Next up, we have Gamatron here. Another guy that's wow, they kind of oversprayed the paint a little bit on there. Got like some kickback legs. I mean, I know nothing about these guys. Maybe that's like a jetpack or something. Anyone knows more about Micronauts, feel free to, you know, beat me up in the comments. You got Betatron here. I like this guy. He looks like those little things from Ghost in the Shell that talked in the cute voice. I can't think of what their name. Touchcoma, yeah. Like I said, nice paint apps on these. And I do know this is the big bad. This is Baron Karza. And I said like Morzo or something. Not great on the paint apps with this guy. Not great at all. With these little spires up here, or whatever those are supposed to be. But mostly black and red with a little dot of white there. So yeah, these guys are super tiny. But, you know, if you're a fan of Micronauts, you should like them. And moving on, we have probably my least favorite figure out of the batch. It's Action Man. And this is my least favorite figure. I don't like the head sculpt. Everything else seems really cool on him. I don't dig this guy. It just, from this profile, he looks okay, and then you get him in the front. He's just like a really, really skinny faced. I don't know. He can't get his arms quite down all the way. And that's something I hate on figures, when they can't lower their arms all the way. And he's a reuse of parts of other G.I. Joes. The other thing I don't like about these guys is their bases. Some of their feet pegs are kind of hard to get in there. You got to really mush them in. But you got this standard kind of G.I. Joe dog tag kind of thing with the name on there, but you turn it over. Oh my God, he's a bad guy. And it's not just him. Like, all of these they have Cobra bases except for Roadblock. It kind of bothers me. Wish we hadn't had that there, or at least put a Joe. I mean, he is kind of a good guy, so, you know, we'll just throw that to the side. But the figure, nice paint apps though, with the orange and the gold. I like the suit design. Even though, like I said, it's a reuse of some parts. Got a peg hole in the back. He doesn't have anything he pegs into there. What he does come with are these accessories. He's got twin MP5s here. So he can shoot badly, because MP5s shoot badly. That's why they have a handle up front, because they... Okay. And he does have this longer caliber rifle here. I like this one better. The hands can hold these fairly well. Got his SMGs here. Just dropping everything. I'm just not. I mean, this guy's okay. Don't get me wrong. It's hard to get him into a pose where he's holding. I say that, and watch, I'll probably get it now. But it's like the stock of his gun is a little too long, so it's kind of hard to get him holding this gun with both hands, like, you know, like I like to have them. You know, gun control. It's a firm two-handed grip. So, and you can get him to hold the gun fairly good. I like this one better. I think this is the one that he's on the box art with. Nope. He's on the box with an MP5 and a rope in his hand. Articulation, you do have some ankles right here with a pin in the foot so you can move it around. Got double jointed knees, pretty good there. He will just about almost do a full split, go forward and back, and you see he's got that metal pin right there. I don't know if that's plastic or metal, but you know. Got an ab crunch on a ball joint, which you kind of wiggle around, and yeah, I just killed him because his head popped off. His head pops off very easy. I'm just going to say that right now. So you can go back and forth. Got that ball joint in there. It's a little bit harder side to side. You can kind of work it a little bit. Arms will go around and up. You got that universal joint. 45-degree angle at the elbow. This hand will go up and down on that axis, and this one will go back and forth and rotate. And as you can see, the head is on a shallow ball joint that pops off fairly easy. I don't know if I can get that further down because he's got a really long neck. But yeah, probably my least favorite figure out of the bunch, but hey, at least you got him in there. Okay, next up you got Rom's enemies, the Dire Knights here. And this is a reuse of the zombie Cobra Viper that they had, except with a new head mold. And it looks like he has Doc's body parts. I don't think I ever got Doc, but he has a holster, no gun, and he does have a Cobra base, you know, Dire Wraith right there. He's pretty plain, but it's a Dire Wraith, so, you know, he's got the clothes, he's got the creepy looking eyes and grin. Always thought these guys were really just kind of sick looking, and they really brought that out. He's got his little pouch satchel here, which you can pop off if you pop off the head. So you can take that off all the way down these tendrils. And I might actually leave that off of him. No, I won't, because now he looks very plain without it. I mean, yeah, it's a Dire Wraith. These, he doesn't have any arms, he just has these. And these actually do pop off like the Zombie Viper did. The feet, got some posability down here, but you don't have a peg in the foot. You can tell it's an older Joe because it's just the hinge here and it'll rotate. You do have double jointed knees. These will go out. You got a metal bar in there. Ball jointed torso here. The head on that shallow ball joint. Arms will go all the way around on a universal joint. And you have this rotation at the forearm here, which is very, very loose, by the way. You can get a 45-degree angle with the elbow. But not much detail on this guy. Like I said, no gun. Just very plain, but you know, if you know about Dire Wraiths, it's got a little paint smudge there. You kind of know what you're getting with this. You need an enemy, so yeah. But not my favorite figure out of the bunch either. And next up is Roadblock, and I've got a lot of Roadblock figures. And I don't like this one as much. I like Roadblock, don't get me wrong. It's just the big mutton chops and everything. I don't know. It's a different take on Roadblock. It is what he looked like in the comic. He does have his base with his name on it, Roadblock. Classic G.I. Joe stand. He probably has the most accessories out of anybody next to Leoric. He's got his backpack here, which just pegs in. You got this strap going around it, which you can take off like that. I don't know, this backpack came with another G.I. Joe figure, and I honestly never figured out what to do with it then. Inside the backpack, you do have a flashlight, so he can see you. I see you. He does have a small handgun over here. Very small, skinny handgun for these holsters. We've seen that gun used many times. Over here he has a sheath on his boot, a little gray and black knife. We'll just load it to the side. And he does have this heavier machine gun, almost like a saw. Does this thing come back? I thought this did on a figure at one time, that the stock would come back, but I guess it doesn't. However, it does have a removable magazine. Please be careful with that. But yeah, nice looking gun. Nothing we haven't seen before if you collect G.I. Joes or collect them before they stopped making them. But yeah, you can get a look at Roadblock here. Not too bad, really pointy head. Got the vest here. I know a lot of these are reused parts. I just don't know which ones they're from. I know that I've seen these pants many a time. And this vest will come off. It's just pegged in here, and he's got like a yellow shirt on underneath it. Just peg that back in there. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have unpegged this. Maybe I shouldn't have. I think I've made an error. There we go. But yeah, it's roadblock. It's another roadblock for your collection. You got ankle articulation here. Got the pin and the foot. So it's a mix of a lot of Joes over a large amount of time. Legs only go about that far, forward and back. You've got that universal joint, but it's a little bit hampered by this vest that he's wearing. Arms will make a full 360 universal joint. Less than a 45 degree on the elbows, just because of how big he is. He is a big boy. The wrist will go up and down that way and back and forth. Wait, no, his just go up and down, yeah. So yeah. Head is on a very nice ball joint though. He can look up fairly good. Can look down. Yeah. So yeah, he's probably my third favorite figure out of the bunch. So yeah, another roadblock. And next up, another favorite figure out of this bunch. It's Matt Tracker. Only this is he's got the Matt Tracker base, Cobra logo. Yeah. He does come with the gun that the first Matt Tracker figure came with. And he's pretty much a repaint of the figure. I like that he's got that handle up front, but a little bit more muted colors, not as loud. He does have his removable helmet, and you remove it. Oh my God, it's a black Matt Tracker! Does anybody really care anymore? M.A.S.K is so far detached from what it used to be, and it's been so long ago. But anyway, so yes, Matt Tracker, they changed the color, and please, if you're angry about that, just stop. He's a fictional character. Anyway, he does have that annoying like neck thing that the original Matt Tracker figure had that I'm going to cut off. I just want to show you guys before I removed it from this plane of existence. And the Spectrum mask fits very nicely over his head. Turn it. I've always hated this this collar piece, this armor, but it doesn't look great without it, so I leave it on. And it's come unpegged in the back here, so it might be some of the cause of my dissension about it. It does have a peg in the back. He doesn't come with the big gyro pack that kind of resembled Condor. You see, he is an older figure because he's got the peg up in the leg and go down. You got 90-degree bend on the knee. This rig here. Legs will go about that far. You've got a slight universal joint. It's a little hampered by this thing, but it'll move out of the way. A little bit less than 90 degrees on the arm. They will go up and down on both wrists. And he does have that very shallow ball joint. Like most Joe figures, what you do is you pick this thing out of here and you take something very sharp and you cut it off and get rid of it because it looks like something stupid. You wouldn't put something around your neck. Jeez. I don't care what gear he's wearing. It would not be around his neck like that. That's just asking to be strangled and killed. I'm sorry. It's the ex-military guy in me. Anyway, so yeah, Matt Tracker, my third favorite figure out of the bunch because I love M.A.S.K. Now just make me a Thunderhawk to go along with this guy. And next up is Rom. Now, it's been a while since I got a Rom figure. I don't know a lot about Rom. I know it was a Marvel property for a while, but I've always kind of liked the character. So, once again, you got the Rom base. It's Cobra. It's not Cobra. If I didn't need those so bad to stand it up, I'd throw it away. He does have this accessory, his Disruptor. The name escapes me for a minute. His blaster thing. Looks like a hand vacuum. But look at the figure. Very nice. Very Silver Surfery. I like that they got the head right with the red eyes, very expressionless. Excuse me. And this is a big chest piece in this guy. It's a little too big. When you look at it, you got his pack on the back here. But yeah, a lot of nice silver here used. I know I think these are reused from the Bat androids, but it works for this guy with the bare arms, the liquid metal kind of thing. I love this silver they used on him. Now the figure is not without fault. Some of the arms just seem a little like this one. It's really turned in, so it looks kind of weird. The bicep is like kind of angled in. It's still nice though. I really do like it, but it's very boxy up here. I think they could have streamlined him a little bit, but. You do have an older figure because the hinge is inside the calf instead of inside the foot, but it will make a full rotation and go up and down. Get 90 degrees on the leg. They'll go out about that far. He's pretty much got a Van Damme going there. Got a ball joint Actually, I don't think it's a ball joint. I think it's just a swivel. I try. I mean, you can get a little bit out of it. You got a face there. And the head sculpt, I already said enough about the head sculpt. It's very nice. I like it. It just screams ROM. The arms will go around. You can get about that far out. This big piece is going to be a hindrance to it. Got big muscles, so he can get less than 45-degree angle. And the arms, well, the hands will go up and down and make a full 360 at the wrist. Oh, and this one actually does go back and forth. He holds his gun very well. It just doesn't look right when he's holding it, though. I kind of wish it was a little bit more covered or protected, but it just looks weird from this angle. This angle, not so bad. So, yeah, Rom the Space Knight, guys. When was the last time we saw this guy? And next up is Leoric from the Visionaries, which was hinted at in the series that they were there. I think the new one, it will have these guys. Now, I really didn't like this series, and I had this guy when I was a younger lad. Anyway, so he does have his staff, the Wisdom Owl. It's not like a hologram like it was, but it's nice, kind of, you know, very, very shiny, kind of basic. And also when he holds it, their staffs were like very high, and this one's only about that tall, but they were very large, almost like something you would haul into the battlefield, and they'd be about this high. But I'm not going to, you know, nitpick too much about that. He does have his whip. I know this came with Crocmaster and a couple other figures, but Leoric did have a whip, so, you know, it works. Reused, nice silver on it. He does have his symbol right there. It's supposed to be a lion. It looks like a Yeti. It doesn't look like a lion. I mean, in the right light, it just looks kind of weird, but, you know, I don't want to down this figure too much because I do like it. His helmet is also removable. Got his nice 80s mustache. Look at that. Sorry. Magnum PI. The helmet is kind of wonky, though. You got to kind of sit it just right. It'll stay, but like if you just like brush it a little bit, it'll get off. You just got to make sure you place it on the head right, and it should stay there, whether it be like just the paint making contact. But I don't think if I turn the figure upside down, it'll stay on. I really want it to fall off, but it won't. Okay, so yeah, that's good. Otherwise, it looks very much like a Visionary. You got this kind of break right here, and I don't know if that's just QC on mine. Might have to compare it to another figure. You do have the peg inside the calf, so they'll rotate this way. Legs do a full double knee joint bend all the way back up. Can get further on this leg than he can on this one. I'm not sure why. And you've only got a waist joint, no ball joint up in the shoulder. It's probably for this new piece here that he has. Can you see? You can't see me. The arms will go up, kind of hindered by this hard piece right here, back and forth. Can't get a full 45-degree on the arm just because of the way that the fabric is. You're getting close. And the head is on a pretty nice ball joint. Look up. Give it a little slight look up. You know, they'll pop off the further you go. But yeah, Leoric from Visionaries. So how long has it been? I think we got a pop of them a couple of years ago or something like that. Something lame that I did not want. But yeah, a Leoric in the G.I. Joe scale. Please do more of these. Give me some Visionaries. And lastly, probably the figure I was most excited about was a Jetfire that didn't have that stupid red chrome on it that came with the regular release. That was really hard to find. Yes, we get more of the Takar version with just the deep red on the engines and the guns. He is, you know, kind of Tomcatish, if you would, considering that Jet's retired. So you got this big gun up front, which looks kind of goofy. Let's face it. Yeah. So you can take that out, and it becomes this blaster. It's got a little missile, so you can. Doesn't shoot very far, but it looks really good without all the other stuff on there. You have actually working wheels for the landing gear. On the bottom, you can kind of see, yeah, there's some arms, there's some legs. The wings will do that swept-back Tomcat thing. And the stuff up here, it will come off if you want to you know, have just a vanilla looking jet. And you can take these guns off, hopefully not unpeg everything like I'm doing here. And there you go. Now you just have just the regular jet. Very Tomcat. Can roll up the landing gear there. It does have an opening cockpit, if I remember correctly. Got 2 seats in there. But yeah, you got the intakes up here. It's very nice. You got the chest right here. They kind of cheat with that. You can see the head here. And he's got that empty space. The same complaints that the original figure had, but you know, it's still not bad. On the back you got what looks like feet. But you got the 2 engines here and what could be booster engines or something. But it's still, I mean, this is what G1 Jetfire looked like when he didn't have everything attached to him. It looked like Valkyrie from Macross. Now we'll take this part back. It can rotate, so if you want to do different things with it. But I'll go ahead and pin that back to him because we can leave this on for the transformation. As far as the guns, you can take all of these weapons and plug them onto this one. And you can make this, and you can even put his mask on here, which I'll do later. And you can make this ridiculous looking gun. I don't like this thing. I don't like it at all. It's just something you can do. And like I said, the mask will pin to the front of this for some odd reason. But I'm just going to take everything off. You can leave everything on him to transform him, and maybe I will, because just to show you guys, because I do like him with all the guns on. It looks like he did in the IDW run. And you kind of angle these a little bit, just because the arms are bent in this form. So he looks very heavily armored. I like that. Now, to transform the guy, which first thing you want to do is take this cockpit piece, which he's got the rubbery nose cone. I love the Autobot symbol here. That's G1, baby. Get that out of the way. You want to take this part. You got these little covers right here, and you kind of got to, if you had fingernails, which I do not, bring those up. Transform this on camera. I'm trying to get better about this. And you want to bring the guns out of the way for now. And bring this down. And see, I said you could do that, but I proved myself wrong by popping something off. So you want to get the guns. You get this whole thing out of the way. You take the head and turn it around. This is all going to be the chest. Bring those back up. You put that there. And what you're going to do with the legs is they actually tab into the underside of the back wings. Right there. Bring these down. Same thing with the other side. And what you want to do is start bringing this up. Bring these in. You turn at the thigh. These feet, you fold them down and they're on a double hinge. Move those forward. Same thing with this side. You can kind of start sandwiching the hip pieces together. We'll bring this up. The arms are tabbed in underneath these black engine parts. The tab and slot into the shoulder piece. You want to just separate that and separate it at this black piece here. Bring that down. Bring these wings up. And this part here is actually on a double hinge as well. Come out of there. See? I'm proving myself wrong. No, we're going to do... No, we're not going to do it. Okay, so just bring that down on this double hinge piece right here into the back. And then you can put this back like it never fell off at all. And bring the nose cone back up in there. That'll help all that stay together. And we're almost done here. Now those tabs underneath the wings right here. Oops, bring my camera back down. You want to take on the back of these arms, you can see there's a little tab and there's a slot there, so you want to bring these down and just kind of tab them into well, after you get the wings all the way up into a total V, you can tab those in, and they can be kind of a pain because you also have to press them into here. And there you go. So they peg into the sides of the chest, and they also tab in. And they can come loose if you don't have everything all tabbed. Hell, they can come loose anyway. Just like the backpack seems to have come loose again. And one side is not... There we go. Make sure you have both sides tabbed in. And there you have Jetfire in his robot mode. And he looks pretty sweet. I'm just going to leave that missile out because I'm guaranteed to hit it again. He holds his blaster, and yeah, from top to bottom, this is a good looking Jetfire. A little fiddly on the transformation, and the figure's not without its flaws. Just get a close up of him. And what I do like about this guy, you've got, you know, old school Valkyrie kind of headpiece here, but if you take this and spread the antenna just a little bit, you got a very G1 Jetfire there with that head sculpt. And that head sculpt is nice. This is what drew me to the other figure. Like, mine does not sit with that headpiece on. I like it like this. Or, you know, he will remove this from time to time. So, to put that on, slips on pretty well. Excuse me. The head, I love this chest piece with the technology underneath there and that Autobot symbol there. Yeah, the fake chest was hiding, but you know what? I can dig it like that. Now, for comparison, here he is, since I don't have to take everything off, here he is with my other Jetfire figure. So as you can see, there are some paint differences, just a couple. Like, you know, you got this red going all the way across. I removed the chrome off of mine, and I just didn't like the guns, so I just kind of left him without the guns. I wish he had, like, the double barrel blaster, like he had in the Generation 1 cartoon. So yeah, you get a look at how, and I do like that red plastic over this red plastic, so. Articulation wise, he kind of sits at an A stance and his feet are angled because you can't get any angle off here. You can tilt it back, that's more for the transformation. Got a knee joint which will go past 90 degrees. He has ratchets going backward and forward in both legs and out, but mine, it's very buttery, it's not doing anything. No waist articulation just because you got everything here. And everything is kind of tidy in the back, and you can rotate this, like I said, and put it up if that's what you want. But I find it's a little too ridiculously high. So, yeah. Just kind of leaving that down, lock that in. The arms, they will go up. They could do a 360, but you have all the wings and stuff in the back. They're on a hinge here, so everything stays. Twist at the bicep. Arms will go a little bit past 45 degree. No wrist articulation to speak of. And the head will rotate at that joint, and very expressive as far as going up and down. And I like that. He can, like, do a flying pose while he's, I mean, the antenna get in the way. If you really want him to get a good flying pose, take the mask off, and then there you go. He can look up all the way. I'll just leave it off. Fine. So yeah, the Jetfire of this one, if you really had a hard time getting Jetfire, here's a chance to get it again, so I can understand if you wanted to get this and just get the Jetfire for it. Anyway, guys, that is the IDW Revolution set. I really like it. Pleasantly surprised with most of the stuff that came with it. So yeah, if this guy comes up and you're a big fan of some of these properties, you might want to pick this up for yourself. Anyway, guys, I'm Jason the X. Make sure you like this video. Subscribe. There's the button right there. Check out cinelinks.com where we post stories and reviews and all kinds of stuff. And, of course, subscribe to SCNS Live. And until next time, guys, I'll catch you later.